Let us continue playing the tutorial to Advance Wars 2 Black Hole Rising. When we last left off, Mission 3, Max vs. Flak.
Hey, Orange Star Dogs, can you hear me?
On Flak, the microphone.
Shut up! Too complicated. Anyone there? Or are you too scared to face me?
What's with a racket? You lonely or something?
Huh, look, a gorilla!
What do you say? You know what's here is a gorilla, it's you, ape man.
I'm no ape, I'm Flak.
Flak? Was that some sort of code name? Listen up, Flak, my name's Max. Now tell me what you jerks are doing rampaging for our country.
Your country? Orange Star belongs to the Black Hole Army now. You complain, you get hurt.
Oh, you think so? Give me your best shot. And I imagine this is a tutorial mission. I don't know for certain, actually, in all honesty, but... Oh, we were up against mid-tanks, and he has 2 of them. Will this require some strategy? Sorry, I'm just skipping because I need to see what I've actually got in here. Do I have bucket loads of troops? I have 2 battlecopters. Okay. This actually might actually be a battle. It's not on the level of Advance Wars 1 just yet, but this might actually be a battle. Anyway. Deploy captures. Well, it's been a while since the Double Vera units. Getting like the last game where I had no... Oh, whatever. Whatever, Max. Now, Max is the king of direct combat. Unfortunately, he has a major weakness in indirect combat, which they're just discussing now, actually. Who needs them? So, if we go to his CO thing, we will see that he has a couple of abilities. First, increased attack power, fire rate, and movement up by 1 space. Massive power boost, and movement up by 2 spaces. All the direct combat units have additional attack power, with the exception of infantry. Which is interesting, because that means she's not overriding with Sammy. I wasn't aware the infantry was like that, but you see, this is why this is useful. This is a good thing. You can immediately tell how strong their various units are. Note, they have an extra one, but we'll get to that a little later. Also, his ranged units do about 80% attack power and have 1 additional space, one less space range. So basically, this artillery can only fire there, which we will manage. In the meantime, copters are direct combat unit things which can fly over things at the cost of fuel. But we don't have to worry about fuel at this point in the game particularly, so we're just going to go over there and smash it. With us attacking first, that means we only take a couple of points of damage there. So now I can get this repaired, interestingly, but it should be okay anyway. Boom. And we will... Yep, like APCs, they can't fire. And there's also, it seems to be glitching a little bit. I don't know how that's going to come up. We shall see, though. Anyway, I was basically saying, we can't drop things basically work as APCs that can fly. That's all I need to really mention with that. I can't drop them off if the transport is above water. Other than that, they're exactly the same. They're actually a little bit tougher than APCs, but still not exactly brilliantly strong. And that's mostly in my experience. I think they're better off. I'm down. Oh, bleh. Yeah, we have discussed this. Now, what we want to do is we want to move this artillery, because the artillery is still useful. As they said, the artillery is still useful. It's just, unfortunately, we have to be very specific with the placement. Now, can I move? I can't, actually. Which is fine. We'll just move everything up there. And yeah, this is really not a battle because none of these... Because the mid-tanks can't really hurt the aircraft. In fact, yeah, that's what I'm probably going to end up doing with this. It's captured damage, we're going to repair them. No, we can't. We can merge them if we need to, but we should not need to. Okay. And no, we can't. There are advantages to merging, which we will go through a bit later, especially when we get to the Yellow Comets battles. Because there's one person who kind of specializes in doing that sort of thing. Now, rather annoyingly, because of how I position things, I can't move anybody up into that forest. So we're going to make our stand... How far can you move? So the only place you can't get to is here. We put our mid-tank up top. We put our 2 other tanks behind, and we'll leave it at that. Meanwhile, we're going to attack you. So we do 30% damage to the mid-tank. They're basically stronger tanks, but tanks really cannot harm air units very well. So battlecopters are a good thing to attack mid-tanks with. And as a general rule, if you've got battlecopters, they'll beat mid-tanks. Which, as you can see, I'm clearly managing to do. And I'm going to keep the transport copter. Actually, we already kind of have the range, but we don't want to put our infantry next to the mid-tank. We want them to keep advancing, really. Oh, they decided to go aggressive on us, which, you know, interesting. Not the best of ideas, really, but they're trying it. So, we'll now use our artillery there. Only does half damage. We'd do more if we were somebody like, you know, Andy or even Sammy, but still. We'll do what we can, and we can do 59% damage, so that clears you out without having to use the mid-tank. The mid-tank can go and attack the second unit there. Boom. Boom. Mid-tank plus max equals death. In addition, we're going to attack the infantry. Okay. Next up, I'm going to think about things a little here. We could go and wipe out the bigger mid-tank, but I think we're going to double attack the stronger one at this point. So knocks you down to 7. This will knock you further down to 3 in theory. The reason we do that is it gives them a possibility of merging the 2 up. There's next to no point in moving anything else at this stage though, and we're not going to be able to capture before we kill off those 4 units anyway. Okay, they split up. So, first off, you come along and blast the infantry out of the way. Secondly, we have our mid-tank go and blast the other mid-tank away. And if we've got enough movement, we don't, as it turns out. Not much point in moving the artillery. Just do not want them to get repaired, that's the only thing. Now he's moved him into a city, it could in theory be repaired, but we're not going to let it, we're just going to kill it off. And then that infantry dies next turn, and that is another easy mission. They get harder, I promise you. In fact, they're going to get so hard, I'm going to struggle to complete some of these. I don't think it's quite on the level of some of the missions in the first game. The first game had some really evil missions, but we shall see. We shall see. How bad is my memory on this? This is the other thing. I've not actually played this game in probably 5 years. And most of the time when I played this game, it was basically passing it back and forth between Slimeboy and my family. This is a family game that we played. We passed the DS, no, would have been the Game Boy Advance. Passed the Game Boy Advance around the house as we were doing other things. It was sort of a 4-hour massive duel. And that's what I remember. That's my memories of Advance Wars 2, is just, and it was Advance Wars 2 actually. Just passing around the DS, going off and doing my own thing. Alright, pass to Dad. Alright, go off. There goes Slimeboy. And eventually, in about 5 minutes or so, I'll be passing through, and it's your turn. Oh, thank you. And then we continue. I was not winning most of those battles. I did win a few, but nah, I wasn't the tactical genius I was now. Or maybe I've never been a tactical genius. We'll move to XCOM. That's where I'm a tactical genius. Or at least the original XCOMs. And only occasionally. Only when I decided, you know what, we screwed up the mission, we're just going to go in anyway. Guns and glory! Which is probably why I'm not a tactical genius in any other game. Still. I think he called you dumb. But it doesn't matter, Mr. Flack. 3 down, and I think we're now moving into proper missions. So we have 3 missions that are now level 2, twice as difficult in theory. So... oh, and a new CO. Ooh, hold on, I've got to think about which one we're going to do here. I think we're going to go and do the... we're going to do Max's mission. I'm going to just keep on with this. Lord Flack, troop deployment is complete.
Look what we have here. Max's boys. I'm going to enjoy this.
Sir, the unauthorized use of troops for personal vendettas is...
Is what, Worm? I'm not going to let Max get away with what he did. As long as I win, who cares about the rules? Now get out of here.
Understood.
Flak attack!
Max, it's an attack.
What? Battlecopters, bombers?
Covered in air assault, huh? This doesn't look good. My troops are still recovering, and I don't think they're going to be ready. Infantry versus planes isn't the best matchup to begin with.
Leave it to me, I'll bring those birds down.
I'll come with you. I can at least offer some advice. See if we can get through this.
Alright. So what we have here are bombers and fighters to worry about. We also have a full group of anti-air units, which, yes, are very, very good against air things, and they work direct combat. There's also a missile, which is basically a rocket, or an enlarged artillery, which only affects planes, and we actually have a rocket there anyway. So that's sort of the range there. Normally you'd have an extra space on this. Rockets are very, very good. These are quite good as well, but they only affect air units. And I'd rather actually... Now looking at this here, we can see that there are multiple things that will hurt us here. The fighter is the fastest moving thing in the game, but it only hurts air units. We have exactly one air unit. So we're probably just going to sacrifice it, in all honesty. Unless I decide to... Battlecopters, let's move! Can't fire on fighters or bombers. Yeah, basically best bet is to attack other battlecopters. What I could do with it, though... If I went down and attacked this one, it would put the fighter within range. Yeah, I'm going to do this. Now, that might not have been overly the most sensible moves. Max, you okay? Yeah, I'm fine.
Be careful out there.
Oh, also, grey stars! That's our CO power meter, so now we are going to be building up our CO power as we continue through the game. Now, as we do damage to units, as we have units destroyed, and this will build up. Now, we have a little ability, which is the one down here, Max Force, and we have the major ability, the Max Blast. The second ability is stronger, but of course it takes longer to get there. And the good news is they've balanced this quite well, or at least a lot better than they did in the first game, where everybody had ridiculous power, same time and build up as everything else. Now though, there are stacked abilities with different number of stars, so bigger abilities will take longer to build up. In the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at where this bomber can get to. So if we could block off the bomber's advance, say there. Go wipe you out and put myself in a defensible position. We still need to protect the still need to protect this thing. So what I'm going to do there you go. So all our things are available, but none of them can actually be directly attack the can actually directly attack this. That all looks good to me. Right, next up we're going to go and capture the point. The other thing we want to do is we want to keep our other battlecopters safe for the moment, and I could put it in the... Yeah, I could put it in here. And that's actually not a bad place. I don't know, I'm approving of that placement. Now, we want to keep this protected from the bombers as well. See, there is some thinking going on here. This is what this game does to people. So, the bomber can't get to us. That means I can move this up safely. I'm going to move it up to there. Now that might cause it to come back around. Yeah, I have put that safely. And that just leaves you. Now, if we look at outside of everywhere that can be attacked, this is probably in the best position to give me options. So let's see what they do. Lord Flak, we've just been told that we're not authorized to use either of the bombers or fighters. Grr, who needs authorization? They were sitting there.
Lord Flak, we don't have many soldiers trained to use them.
Trained? I'll train them myself. These bombers are indirect combat units. They're direct combat units, actually. They're good against ground units and even against mid-tanks. But they can't fire on our air units. They're bombers. They bomb. This here's a fighter. You're gonna attack our air units. It's the best weapon to have when you're stomping flying stuff. You just have to watch fuel air units. They burn 2 fuel units per day. Ground units stop moving when they run out of fuel, but that's all. Air unit without fuel falls out of the sky and crashes. You got it? Then attack. The more you take out, the better. Yes, sir. Delta Squad is away. Now, this is where it could cook. Will it survive? Probably not. No, fighters absolutely destroy battlecopters. And that means the battlecopters can probably get in on this. Didn't quite destroy the unit, but pretty much wiped it out. And that means the battlecopter is enough to finish things off. But now our aerial attack squad does have a lot of options, which is always a nice thing to have. Okay. So, first thing, I can get rid of one of the 2 bomber units. I want to get rid of... It's the bombers I want gone. So that's 90%. Wouldn't be able to fully finish them off this turn though. Alright, given everything, we're going to go and use the missiles to just wipe out this squad there. That's gone. Don't have to worry about it. Quite happy. This opens you up to just go and attack the bomber. We're going to reduce everything we can down to 1, because that will... There we go, CEO power's full. Now this could change what we could do here. How many attack units have we got left? Because the power boost and range increase could actually be helpful here, because I can go, attack this, and attack this. Probably destroying all 3 if we're lucky. So we're going to go for it. Oh no, show off. Max force. So no superpower yet, but hopefully the power boost should mean we're now doing 105, we're wiping out these guys. So goodbye bomber. Next up, mostly goodbye fighter here. Might even get rid of it entirely, didn't quite. And I think finally, because the fighter is... No, actually we're just going to wipe out the fighter. We'd like to keep our battlecopter alive. Okay. Next up, in come some rockets. Given this is the only unit we have to worry about with that, that's not a bad thing at all. Commander, we've covered this in the city we captured. Huh? What's this supposed to be? Ah, that's a map to the enemy lab. That's a map? Actually, my troops have been ordered to find a lab on this map. Seems the black hole has these labs scattered here and there. Reports say that they're research centers for new weapon development. Here and there? So our labs are listed in Yellow Comet and Blue Moon? We're not completely sure. They're hidden and all. So we need maps like these to help them search them out. I want our allies and get this intel to Nell. Or at least we've pinned down the lab in Orange Star. And through it, we should proceed to the lab via the map select screen. So as we've unlocked a new level. Unfortunately, we can't do enough damage to just wipe you out. And also... Well, I was thinking about it. Because this is not strong enough to really wipe us out. I can stay out of your range. But if they go... No, I can't afford to do it. I'm just going to hold it. The reason is, if I went for it... Yes! Here is Flax power! So he got a superpower because of all the units I wiped out of his. Barbaric Blow. So his now variance has gone sky high. He could do a lot of damage this turn. So his one fighter is going to do... no damage. Great use of power thus far. This could hurt. But it doesn't. I'll tell you what, I'm kind of disappointed by you at the moment. This will hurt. The unit doesn't fight back, but it's already kind of done its job. So I can actually live with that. Tank runs away. Okay.
So you're the furthest thing back, so we're going to have you attack there first. There's one. Now, his power, I think, is still technically active. But he can't gain any points while he's already doing things. So we're going to go off and kill off the other fighter unit. We're going to pin the fighter down as much as we can. Then we'll go off and hunt the other units. In fact, no, I can actually kill it now. The other thing anti-air are very good at is taking out infantry units. Okay, we advance. We advance, and then if I've left that properly, we advance, and that's why we did that. Day 3. His unit will heal, and he might even get a kill here. Because our infantry are not enhanced, but they are in defensible position. And actually they do okay. And for whatever reason, he chose not to attack back. This is going to make this fairly simple then. I've done it. I should really have I've messed that up a little bit, but it's fine. Nothing much we can do, so I'm going to leave it as is. Move you out of the way. You up there. You attack. And we'll take one extra day to finish this off. Make unit attacks, and that is game. Hopefully we still get the speed award, but I don't think it's that mean right this point. Alright, how's that, Sammy? Not a scratch anywhere. Thanks, Max. But what about your troops? Ah, this is nothing. My troops eat this stuff for breakfast. Blast. Yo, Flak, you had enough? Just give it up already. Don't start mouthing off just because you won here today. What? No one can stop the black hole invasion. You'll see, one day you and your girlfriend will be begging for mercy. I'll retreat for now, but we'll meet again. So long. Girlfriend? Who's he think he is? Like old goons. I asked decency in any of them. Yeah, but they're never gonna take Orange Star, not while we're here. Sammy, Max, you alright? The battle, it's finished? Hey there, Nell. You're time to join the celebration. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that's the next game. Oh, we got a 93. We'd lost because we lost that unit. So we missed the full 300 for that score. So I guess the game I have to consider has now actually managed to, you know, prevent perfection. But that's a new mission that's appeared, and we will want to do that probably next. It's a harder mission, and it's going to be done by Andy, but we'll do that next time. And I think we're going to go back to doing one per mission unless they are short. So next time, more Advance Wars 2 Black Hole Rising. Until then.